Hey y'all, it's me again, Tasha C. And if y'all watch the other two videos, this is my third one, y'all. I'm just like so excited, so fresh. I feel so much better now. Everything good. Finish my complete. Everything else. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. So, in this video, we'll be doing Real Housewives of Atlanta season 6, whatever, 13. Some I'll put in the description box below, y'all. I know you already seen every the rest of the YouTubers, a lot of them, including some of my YouTuber buddies, to get a view, some more love. Squeaky Jones doesn't do that, but check out our channel anyway. Um, Janae, Janae Besa also does them, and Jamelia TV also does them. Oh Lord. Yeah, so I'm just gonna remember what I can, y'all, because like I said, I want to get this video out the way, and let's go on to some of the highlights of what I felt was part of this free we all enjoy called Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we're gonna start off with the scene that everybody was talking about, which I guess they're doing, they're doing interviews to whoever's gonna hold the peach in the upcoming season 7. Because first we had my were silent Y and Chuck what the fuck, and now we have Christopher Williams. I know everybody knows Don't Wake Me Y'all Dreaming, but do y'all remember that song? Because I remember Christopher Williams. Remember they had a cameo. I think during the first episode when they had that white party with the grand open. I think when Cynthia had her grand open. I seen him in the background. I seen him. But I'm just saying. Remember the other song he also did? I talked to myself because there's nobody I want to talk to. Okay. So let's get into it, y'all. Now they're having this party at bar one. I guess they're on year 3, and this one he must have more personal and private in their businesses. And like I said, you got Crystal Williams and his wife Natalie, which, like I said, that's the only part I didn't see is when Candy had the fitness dance type of party and she was there, right? So she has made her return and is also trying, it's in the interview process, I guess, to try to get some more time and some more coins, and maybe I just got a remote, y'all, be holding a peach in the background for next season because it just seemed like they're doing interviews all across this stuff, right? Okay, so we're doing the second trial couple. So Christopher Williams and Cynthia and Peter are all talking, and it just seemed weird that they're talking about certain things, and that Christopher had to tell us that he knew Nene because he did plays with her, and Kenya, Kenya is is an intelligent person, I change faces and all this other stuff, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking it was kind of weird that I understand, you can talk about different subjects. But I'm just thinking, just like why is this being brought up at the anniversary? I mean, maybe that's just me, but I just thought, this was just I would go, shout out some names, get my name, get some extra minutes. I get, they get probably, I don't know if they get paid by the second or minute, whatever duration time they're on here, but it just seemed a little interesting. And then, Natalie out of nowhere, or just like I said, it just seemed out of nowhere. Of course, there's a famous thing that she wants to say that she used to have a friend who used to date Todd when they were younger, and he knows how to swerve and ghost wide the rip or whatever situations, and drag waist and whatever to certain situations to get better and better situation as she upset, and it was simply a question like this. That's like is you're saying oh my gosh, and Peter's just like he heard this already from somebody else they know because they're thinking about because Mama Joyce said it must be a coincidence that this person is saying this, but like I said, it just seemed like it was an opportunity to name drop at somebody else's anniversary, and then she's got to say about how Ty stayed her friend, he broke her heart, blah blah blah, when they were young, and I think most of the cast is at least in their 30s or early 30s, whatever. So when they're young, it's kind of like, what was your purpose? And if you so-called are concerned about Candy, number one, it should have been told off the show. Number two, you should have told her separately, and you just wanted to sit here and just say something just to get some attention, extra minutes, and call yourself trying to, like I said, get some attention. So Peter's supposed to show Christopher something, so they go across the street. And it turns out he has this candlelight on the table set up for Cynthia. Of course, Christopher Williams sings, and he still got that voice, y'all. I'll give it that. And you got Natalie, his wife, because we had to put parentheses because it's in question. Sitting in the background. Okay, she ain't singing; she's posing in the background. Sorry that. Okay, so he sang the song when I was down and out or something. I don't know why I was tuning out. I had to look at other YouTubers' videos to see that he was talking about when I didn't have anything and you were there for me, and I'm just, supposedly the song which I hear was something that was written. It wasn't written specifically like Peter, asked him to custom write a song to sing to her for the anniversary. But then I feel that but then at the same time, pardon me, it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning. But but it was said like he had the song the previous album before, and like I said, I remember they were bringing earlier. Not only they were talking about even sex, they were because I think Christopher Natalie was saying because she was asked something about how did they make the first 5 years, and Natalie I think was saying like they used to get it on like rabbits and stuff. Okay, next up, we'll see. We have Nene, ever since she made Portia cry at the little trunk show, the braces special that Mallory was having last episode, she decides to go over there and basically make amends. And we seen Portia, some of the furniture left. We got the deer head on mounted on, I guess, the living up there in the living room, up there on the wall, and just the furniture. And Nene approves and likes the place. Nene brings up that she visited quote Portia's friend about this Prince Akeem coming to America, also known as how they believe that this dude is fake. Yeah, well, we ain't gotta, we all kind of mostly figure that. So another scene is we see more of Kenya ever since her dad made that visit, which for a second I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel sorry after seeing that fiasco. But I do mean for a second. Then she's inviting, her auntie over, and of course Shay, who's like, look at this look in her face, like, I'm so sick of this shit, bitch. Okay. And then you got the auntie and her uncle by marriage, I guess they from Detroit up here, and they're visiting her, and she has this announcement she's making food, blah 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 blah, right? And she announces that she's going to have to get a bigger home, which that home looks big enough, but maybe Velvet needs some extra space to play in and mess with stuff and tear some shoes, to roam in because she wants to get a bigger place because she's going to have a child. And the auntie, like I said, Shay's mom, like so when shared that comment, she's just like looking at the watch, like seriously, I don't feel like this right now. I got other stuff to do. Okay, she's kind of sick and tired of it. All right. Then the auntie was just like, okay, can you be more descriptive? Because the way she said, you already think that maybe she went and had a sonogram already, and already picking out clothes and knows the gender, or don't choose to, know the birthday. You already did think she's pregnant. And so she sat here and basically saying like she's planning on doing that way. How that auntie is Sage's mom has always been kind of a bit more supportive, and I think the other two girls just like, oh okay, but they really didn't say much. And so we just go on to the next scene. So Kenya is still serious about basically going with that procedure and finding a sperm donor, because she has to tell us, of course, in the confessionals, is that even though supposedly she loves Prince Akeem, her life would change, and he lives far, far away, even though she does not know particularly and does not explain at least what part of Africa or whatever, because he's an old time food. Where maybe he lived, at least what part of Africa that he came from or where he's from, and she just think her life would change. But it's like she loves the dude enough, but she wants to have a child from a complete stranger. Now, at least we could have said this like you kept trying and y'all realized y'all went to fertility doctor and he's incapable of having kids or something like that, or something's wrong with him where he's incapable of, impregnating you. Shit, girl, at least play along a little better, girl. You've been in a couple movies. You've been playing in movies, at least you pretend to, come on. So, anyways, another scene that brings a point before we get to the grand finale, right? So, Candy and Todd, Todd is still debating, I guess, about doing this job that would take him to like 5, countries of all across the world, whatever, and having gone for 6 months, right? But when Candy's talking to, what is Don Juan, whatever, the one who doesn't want her to marry Todd, but at the same time here, he's admitting about that they need Todd because he knows behind the scene how to run a production, everything and stuff, right? So he's sitting here. But, and this other dude, Victor, I think is choreographer. It's like, because, she doesn't, even though she's known everything she touches is golden, or better yet, platinum, they're like, she's basically just starting a play, not even, from scratch. She still need to get it started. You like I said, I'm gonna make a house. I got all the equipment, to make a house, supplies, and I even started building the house yet. And it got to be done at a certain time. That's what she got. Like I got the supplies. Like she got the money covered. And that's what Don Juan trying to tell us. Like you need to be careful of investing everything and stuff, right? You invest in some money here. Candy's like, the only way sometimes for you to succeed, it takes money to make money. You know what I mean? So fast forward later on, her and Todd goes to see a place, that possibly, she can spot out, she could use for, this play that she's working on. And fast forward, Todd is getting like two calls, so I don't know whether like he was going to take the job anyway. When they looked at his resume, and said, no, but thank you for applying for 6 more months or whatever went on. So he ends up because he ends up saying he's going to stay and help her, but he's like this, you need to have your stuff together in the first place. Because when you sit here, you don't have no script. I mean, I think he was saying something like she don't have a script, and she don't. It's a lot of stuff that she didn't have that she needs to have on the road, and that's why he first didn't really want to deal with it anyway. And probably also Miss Joyce issue, but also too, he just was sort of know, like, you can't be sitting here just taking chances like this sometimes. I want stuff to be done before I really work with it. But she asked him, promised to, she asked him to stay, and he better make sure this time don't quit again, whatever. So, they supposedly are good terms now. Candy liked the place she had to see, you know, make sure the place was straight. And then here Todd, I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of cute about his, ooh yeah, Jodeci. And the sad part is, consider how bad their last performance on Wispy, where they played that part with Dabba falling over his ass. Todd actually sounded a little bit better than Josie. That's how bad off they had gotten out with the diction. Oops. Anyway, at least on that video, they kind of, they weren't themselves. So, we got, like I said, we got Cynthia planning this official trip, right? Because, like I said, it really wasn't any highlights besides just leading up to this scene at the winery, right? And you noticed that they got, but first they meet up at Cynthia's house and stuff, right? Now you got Marilee's coming, and you got Kenya. She got to bring Velvet. Now Velvet was sick the last time she came. Not why you bring Velvet this time to the winery? Might get drunk, she might twirl an accident and still have Velvet, and then Velvet falls on the back. I'm just saying. So what I'm saying is that Nene brings Marlo, and I think Lexi. I didn't see Nene's other show, I Dream of Nene, so I don't know who this lady is. And but she was one of her bridesmaids, as Rox posts out. She be saying bridesmaids, Rox. And so your Mally's there, and I think, like I said, was Portia? No, I don't know. No, Portia wasn't there with them. But you got Marlo, Lexi, Nene, and Cynthia and Kenya. You should see Manly back. They must have had to sign a gag order, like she wasn't allowed to say anything, because Manly just could not say. And Kenya got a thing like that. She better not try with me type of thing. I'll just ignore her, whatever, brushing her off. And Manly just really, besides asking Cynthia, I guess some about some orange juice. I noticed she really didn't say too much except one sentence at the winery. Like I said, it was almost like her and Cynthia talked it and had some talk, because she didn't really say too much. And she just gave that look like, if I could kill you with my eyes, girl, you would just evaporate into the air when she was looking at Kenya. So they're on this trip, and Marlo decides to bring up, she still heard that Candy's fat and still talks out of it with her hands. And I think she was bringing up even Phaedra too, or something as well. Phaedra was also brought up too, I think, between her and Kenya. And you got Cynthia, Nene, you got Lexi, which nodding her head. And I was kind of confused, like, this Lexi is like top heavy and stuff, right? But she's still technically big. I mean, like I said, it's really just all because it's all boobs, big, big chest area. She, like I said, top heavy. She could feed a couple countries. But I just thought, like, why was she? I'm surprised why. At least she just had this look like, the fuck. If you thinking they big, what the hell you think about me? And then Nene and Cynthia, I guess they have something called amnesia. Forgets. They forget. They forgot this. Cynthia just had issues with her health problems that caused her to appear to have a bigger stomach and possibly pregnant, right? And she was having issues with weight gain and eating problem, correct? Nene we must have forgot like almost 2 seasons something ago that Nene had liposuction in her stomach. So both, and then also too, Cynthia had admitted that she had liposuction, some fat removed from her thighs. I think it was her first season on there. And so what I'm saying is that here these women are laughing about Marla. Like I said, I mean she's always usually fabulous. I'll give her that credit and stuff like that. But it was just weird that they just was laughing and thinking that was kind of funny, considering like, y'all, here's you trying to. I mean, I do agree, Candy famous pockets are fat. I can give that credit, and they got those, well, whatever. But it was just like trying to just tear at them. It's just like Marlo, just sit there and do fabulous and stuff like that. I don't know. And but they just found that funny, and I mean, personally, me, I'm just like, oh, okay. Next scene. But then Cynthia is the one who decides to bring this stuff, knowing that Kenya, this is an opportunity to bring, this situation up. And Cynthia, or for whatever reason, decides to bring up that Natalie has told her, because Natalie's supposed to also meet them in the winery, right? About the situation with Todd might be possibly opportunities. And then, of course, Kenya's like, yay, I got some more stuff to work to use. And then we got the other van that's coming there, and we got Phaedra, Portia, and Candy. Now it could be like this. I don't, they probably like this. They didn't want to be who they found out else was coming. They probably didn't want to especially deal with maybe Marlo or Kenya, and they were like, I don't want them hoes in my visuals. Maybe they had that type of opinion because that we already know Candy said like Marlo's an escort, and they all said like Kenya's being a hoe for trying to fuck her, rumors that maybe a small chance that she might have or might have done whatever has been said about with the Apollo situation. So that's why I said the words they're probably thinking it was hoes, and I think yes, Patriot Flat I called her a whore. So what I'm saying is so they're on the way to the winery. Natalie meets them there. And, they all sit down, stuff like that, and they talk about the chapels. I think Nene was teasing Candy about, this is a nice place, this show, it's nice. You get, about, or she's still going to get married, like in the chapel and stuff. And Candy is thinking about, of course, doing a ceremony, just going to the courthouse and stuff like that. Miles said, well, y'all shouldn't elope or nothing like that. You want to do a real wedding, but, Candy's like, I just don't want to deal with the drama, blah, 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 and stuff, right? And so this is Madeline when she was allowed, to do this and say her one thing that her and her husband got married in Las Vegas and they're still in good terms. Even though she's up here following Cynthia and Peter and staying in the house with them 2 months, but they all good terms. Okay, whatever. So that's when the time when Natalie had said, I think they also that her and Christopher Williams went to Vegas, because I forgot to mention in the van when Kenya heard about that information about Natalie saying that Krista, this whole Natalie about the whole thing with Ty. That's when she formed, I think, either the confessional or decides to inform everyone else again or whatever, about the fact about, well, Christopher said that I think she had told them like the thing about you're his girlfriend and common law wife. Okay, he never said that y'all was married, because I think she did tell him in the van. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I forgot, but I know it was between that time. So she's, of course, Natalie's like though kind of offended, like yeah, because I think they moved from this area and they're sitting at a table. Because after they start talking about the wedding stuff, that's when Natalie was kind of like, wait a minute, no, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Now, the possibility is this might be true that Christopher said this for this reason. If he was trying to talk to Kenya, and or maybe a slight chance that something might have occurred or tried to occur on his part and other females, he might have been lying just so, that way the line said, like, some people will, the thing is, if they're married, they won't touch you, but you're open, whether you're in a relationship or not, you know what I mean? So maybe that's why I was lying saying girlfriend or common law life, but we won't know exactly what went down until Sunday night's episode or whatever, when they all get in the room and throw hands come about. So, but like I said, Natalie ended up getting mollywopped up by karma in this situation. Like I said, Kenya called the stuff out, And Kenya also had also reminded her and had told Candy about the thing like, well, you told Cynthia like you're that like Todd is like opportunist. Of course she's like, no, he's not an opportunist. Like I said, he knows how to he's just like Speed Racer when it comes to situations. Okay, he just zooms into the next one and goes to this lane and this lane, and he knows how to go here and like whatever, right? So this, like I said, this is all up in air, but even Portia said, like, that's something you shouldn't be doing or something like that. She was referring, I think, to either um Kenya or whatever. I know she had said something that was I forgot. I'm sorry, but I think she just thought like Kenya was pushing the line. I think with what she had was saying, whether talking about somebody else's marriage or whether they married or not, whatever. Because like I said, Nat was trying to tell Kenya like, that's a lie. I don't know what the hell you talking about, blase, blase, whatever, right? So it ended up, like I said, if I remember this and the were cooks back in, I'll just say the next episode, y'all, because I'm trying to remember. But here's when Kenny basically just shut down and Molly Guap Natalie with Karma again. It was basically like this. You know what? Well, since you're saying Todd likes to swerve and stuff and anything, and ghost riding lip and whatever else could be said about the cars, whatever. She was like this. Well, you're trying to say since he kept going to better and better about the situation, think of them. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch from head to toe. I could just swim in the pool of money like Duck McScrooge from DuckTales on a regular basis, bitch. You will be nothing on my goddamn level. Okay, thank you, bitch. Nobody can fuck you and fuck your dear friend, whoever's saying this, because obviously he does have bad bitch. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Good night. Drops the mic, y'all. So that's pretty much how it ended. Everybody was actually just laughing because Katie went in. And by the way, don't y'all notice that she's making sure she's endorsing them scarves? I hope she's selling at her tax place, and so that way she get people to buy some. Because she sure been, this is at least a 3 for 4 scarf that she was wearing and stuff. Okay, but anyway, y'all, that was pretty much what I remember the episode. And like I said, y'all have like I forgot. Oh, I forgot if I didn't mention the video already. I'm extending it the extension for my YouTube shout out video for February the 9th. So if you have a YouTube channel, as long as it ain't so stuff about I want to kill everybody who drinks lattes and Starburst, that type of negative stuff. I will promote your channel. Just let me know in the comment box below. And like I said, I originally was going to the extension was this coming. I mean, I was originally supposed to be the due date was this 26th, but like I said, I forgot last couple videos and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'll just go ahead and extend a couple days. I'm just gonna do it maybe before Valentine's Day or something like that anyway. So anyways, y'all, have a pleasant week, a pleasant night, and everything else all good, pleasant morning. And I will see y'all in the next video. Take care, y'all, and thank you for all the love. Hugs! Okay.